Trickle in, trickle in, trickle in. It is time to go and read books in a game that is not about books, but does have a lot of books in it. Stories, multiple stories. In Baldad's Gate, Part 3. You're gonna wait for Steam to get its life together. Come on, Steam. What are you waiting for? Come on, Cohagen, you've got what you want! Now give these people air! There we go. You know, I may have done the edit on the Baldur's Gate logo too well. I showed it off to someone who didn't notice that I changed the word Baldur's to Baldads because I'd done it so seamlessly. Oops. Keeps my audio out. Sorry about that. My bad. Apologies to everyone who no longer has eardrums. An elephant had just exploded into my office, which would be really surprising given that my office is on the second floor of my house. But I suppose stranger things have happened. Not to me, but they've happened. Alrighty. I forgot to fix the chat overlay yesterday. So we are still going to be on upside down chat word. Oh well. I bring my lights down in my office. Set the mood. Pause this music. So we begin. We've got an ad break for the next 90 seconds. Convenient that the ad break started when we started loading. I like that.
I want to have a word.
Kalima. Kalima. Well then. That was a very fulfilling conversation, thank you.
One with the weave.
One with the beasts. Go forth, emissary to beasts. Gale.
I thought you were Halcyon.
Not.
The boar prances around, haunches clenching and unclenching impatiently.
Where's Halcyon? Promise me a mate.
To new horizons.
Takes the horny boy.
Speak.
What were you saying to that bird?
The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
Rude. Defend this grove. I'm not your enemy. Okay.
Forgive me. It is not you I fear. It is my brethren. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees, and we will be safe.
And she's wrong?
Perhaps not. But that does not make it right. Only Master Halcyon can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people.
The ritual protect the grove, and you're not helping the others prepare for it?
The ritual is Korga's decision, but she is not our leader. Master Halcyon welcomed the refugees in. I wait for him to resolve this.
Yeah.
Find our
By
nest.
Sylvanus, the Forest Father, we are granted balance.
Tell only me. Understand? Fly quick. Fly safe.
Shh, I'm concentrating. Does this look good? Is the coin in the middle?
Let's see if my integration's working again. Do we have functioning integration? Ooh, it's working again!
Hello there.
See if this works. Just testing a
Hello there.
the blurps. There we go. Blurp. Sweet. Okay. I'd leave it out. It's too dull.
Yeah, you're right. This is better.
Come back here. I want to talk to you.
No, no. Yeah, where is it? I'll put the coin right here.
No way. It was never there. You crazy. Crazy bird.
Don't budge.
I'm sleepy.
I love the animal voice in this game. They're amazing. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
Rude. You get a kick for that. Jesus Christ, I didn't think I'd kill her.
You claim
Oh, well.
victory over the squirrel. Though you're
Hey,
not
squirrel.
sure why you were fighting to begin with.
We'll just pretend that never happened, alright?
As you
That
wish.
did not occur to plan.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
My faith will protect me.
Can't believe that actually happened.
Seems simple enough. Victory awaits.
I'm sorry, Timber. I feel terrible.
Onward.
You were meant to dodge my kick and then we would have a funny conversation. It wasn't meant to be like this, Timber. Oh, God.
Peer through the telescope.
Do we really have to focus the telescope to know that we're looking at a dragon? It appears to be a large flying lizard. I wonder what that could possibly be.
You recognized the dragon as the mount of a Githyanki knight. Perhaps it had been tracking the ship. The telescope points to the left.
I am also still stuck on that poor squirrel. To the point where I'm almost tempted to reload the save and not kick it to
The
death.
telescope points straight ahead. The telescope points to the right.
Excellent. But I had said that I'm not going to reload this save if people die. I'm not going to save scum it. That includes poor Timber, who had a terrible accident with a swinging foot. It has personality and therefore has personhood. Counts. Yeah, we're just... Timber will come with us for our future adventures, remaining in our inventories forever as penance for our deeds. Our misdeeds.
Glad you were here for those goblins. Picked one off yesterday myself. Shot her through the throat. Well, that should have killed her, but she kept gasping, clawing at the arrow.
Taking life always has a cost. You have to feel it, or you'll lose who you are.
I had the same thought. And it's just going to keep happening.
The sound effect is so awesome.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunt in packs.
You could hold off a horde of goblins from this position.
Maybe, but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better.
How far are we from the city?
If the road was clear, 10 days' walk, maybe? But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world.
Aradin's back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were Halsin.
Everyone said, am I not enough? Druid. Sounds like you've crossed paths with Aradin before.
Yeah, when he ran off with the druid that saved our hides the first time. Without Halsin, this grove's not so friendly, I'll tell you that. Never ends.
Here lies Cannon. He gave his life defending others. He will be missed.
Rip Cannon. Cannon.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Oh, damn, Lysel.
Harsh.
Calm.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
You were never on my good side.
Calm down, Lysel. Calm down. Okay.
That should work.
Whee.
No one stopped me yet.
God damn it. Will my AI come with me or will it split the party?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have you lost your senses, Korga? Release her.
She stole the idol of Sylvanas.
Time to save a child. We're heroes.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
Thief? Poison? What's this girl's actual crime?
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Read Korga's mind. That's more like it.
Halsin is gone. I am first druid now. I will take control and prove my authority.
Geez, ambitious much? Don't druids cherish harmony?
I hear the Tree Father's spirit in your words. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me! Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented.
And if I hadn't spoken up, what would have happened?
Nothing befitting a child. Nothing befitting any of our world's creatures. We've let a snake replace our leader. She will see the tieflings driven out, or worse.
Korga seems happy to rule the roost. Who's your real leader?
Master Halsin. Perhaps gobbling cold, perhaps dead.
Appreciate you, Zuby.
He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to task, stop this damned ritual. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad.
No one's looking for Halsin. I could do it.
Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home.
No need to fret. I'll find him. Actually, you know what? I think I'm more solid offer than anything.
Our need is great. I will open the treasures of this grove to you, even if the circle forbids it.
Attaboy.
Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Not even a bear? I feel like I could mistake him for a bear.
Ah, excellent
With
choice.
disastrous consequence.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions?
Sounds like you have something to confess.
And you don't? You're wholly without vice or sin, or the occasional lapse in judgment? No. You don't strike me as quite that boring.
I don't, Zooey. I do not.
I
My
know
only
that.
vice is alcohol
You're wondering why I was in pain
and gaming
before.
too much.
Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
How badly does it hurt?
Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
Are you sure it's not connected to the tadpoles?
Positive. You can trust me on that.
Okay.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Another stranger come to vex me. What will you do? Hunt me? Grab my tail? Shout until my head hurts? No,
To give you a smell.
You smell fresh. Safe. You can stay, if you must.
Silver's a good boy. Who's a good wolfy boy?
Still breathing, despite everything.
What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
Yeah, Zuby. I think you were just more finding yourself. Plus, man, you can go chill out on a beach by taking a 5-minute walk and just lie in the sun all day. You're in a better place than most were.
Blood on my hands. We have the right to defend our home. So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? I don't want to kill anyone, but I won't let this grove be harmed.
Well.
Not again.
Study of the Sword Coast. Time to read. Oh, a scrap of a larger map. I'm sure there's been a reed fastened to the page with fragrant sap. Someone has written, "Tainted by curse." Above the lands to the east, beyond the mountains, on the road to Baldur's Gate. Read the detailed report. Someone has written "Shadow Curse" at the top of this page and a number of notes below. Trees infected but still alive. A malicious component to underlying magic. Resists removal. Attempts to infect caster. Range and severity of curse suggests divine origin. Umbral characteristics and vicinity to Shah's temple suggests goddess herself is responsible.
Temple of Shah? Where? And what's this about a curse?
Warning to the Sword Coast. People of the Sword Coast, look around you. What do you see? A collection of gods-fearing humans, elves, and dwarves, or an infernal corruption of that divine image? Tieflings, wearing their devilish heritage for all to see, walk among us as if they didn't owe their existence and allegiance to the lords below. These hell-touched peoples have infiltrated our cities, our organizations, even our families. They can claim to be good all they wish. Would you believe the tiger who looks at you with dripping fangs if he said he ate nothing but vegetables? No! We can see their true nature, plain as day. But they are not the only evil infiltrating our world. All around, I see drow, Duragar, and other creatures of the Underdark strive for acceptance. But why should you accept them when their brothers raid our countryside and steal our children? Obviously, I am not saying they should be cast out. Obviously, I am not saying we should return these delinquents to the Underdark and drive the tieflings back to the hells they came from. But be wary of these people, my friends. Be suspicious when you see them, and especially suspicious when you do not. I'm not a racist, but paw prints, just an animal walked across this entry, smudging everything except a few words. Animal scouts sent. Eastern town. Villagers possibly still alive. Violent.
Ridiculous. We just let her run off.
She's a child.
A devil
see what
child.
this does.
One who tried to steal from us.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet. This army marched in her name.
So many dead. Sent to the Night Singer's embrace.
Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Selûne.
That mural.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. You recall stories of an alliance between druids and the harpers, but the details are vague.
The ritual's almost finished.
What if they tried to steal from us? The game.
We've shown them once. We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample.
The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
They just let me climb up here because they wanted to show off their level. I think they did. Damn it. I'm gonna hurt. Ow. Oh, Timber. I'm so sorry.
Did a number on you, didn't they? Does that hurt?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
I know. We're nearly done.
That might be worth a look.
What might be worth a look? Something should be glowing. Why isn't it glowing? A pair of supple gloves stamped with an alternating pattern. Sewed. Yeah, let's start again. A small pair of supple gloves stamped with an alternating pattern of leaves and acorns. Though well worn and stained with earth, they are in excellent condition. This is an ancient notebook whose ink is faded and pages are starting to crumble. It's not easy, but some words can still be made out. Ketheric is finished, but it cost us the land. Darkness has fallen. Corruption is everywhere. Chased by shadows picking us off, druids and harpers alike. Our wounded were safe. I returned searching for survivors. Lost, but I found his shade. I put it to rest and took his glaive. Blade infused with shadow. I have locked it away to serve as a reminder that even victory can taste bitter. Oral Histories of Firon. The Spell Plague. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 25. Cornelius and Tomelius Worthywart, halflings encountered on the Golden Road south of Inarlit. I met the brothers, or rather they found me, in the lower pass through the Fireshare Mountains. They had encountered a trail of golden discs along the path and had resolved to gather and return them to whatever fool had more coin than common sense. It was to our mutual embarrassment then that I removed my cloak to reveal my patchwork yellow hide. It was molting season, I explained, and a traveller on the road had not the luxury to shed their scales in private, as would be proper. I suspected they knew too little of Dragonborn to be appropriately disgusted, and instead invited me to sup with them. Over a roadside fire, I learned of the purpose behind their journey. Cornelius. Lurian, my lad, our ancestral home. It was lost during the spell plague. Tomelius. Weren't nothing lost, Conan. Con. It's not Nan's lucky Nashers, is it? It sank. Wasn't I there when the blue fire took it? Sure, what do you remember? You a knee-hide or a gnome? I remember you crying. Maybe it was you that sank the place. Going back to finish the job? Watch that lip, lest I fatten it. Only a fool speaks ill of his homeland. Their brows were bristling dangerously, and so I diverted hostilities by speaking of my own people's ancestral home. The blighted world of Abeir, and the thousand-year tyranny of the dragons we lived under. Until the blue fire of the spell plague brought us into this world. Right, another potato? We read this one already, The Unclaimed, so we're not reading it again. And we've read this one as well.
It's messy, but we'll fix you.
Your desire?
Gale, do your thing.
Please. I'm resting.
Something took a chunk out of you. What happened?
The bird says nothing, trying to rest.
Sorry. I'm not fucking with any more animals, so I'm not going to prod it.
The bird says nothing. Only the sound of its labored breath fills the silence.
I wonder.
Let's get going.
That should more than suffice.
What's next?
Take
Eat
you.
a bird.
But no blue leaf sap.
Still alive, so that's progress.
She's never looked better. I'm impressed. What can I do for you?
Healing. Looks like
I
you
do
came
what
to
I
the right
can.
person.
For most folks, that's enough. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eyes, maybe.
Yeah, it's more about in the eyes. Right, yes, I'm very tired
Then
indeed.
get some rest. There's no better magic. Take a nip of whiskey before bed if you need to. Come back to me if that doesn't do it.
Why are all the healers Irish? And why did this one lean into the stereotype of the Irish by saying, take a nip of whiskey?
And? Feeling any better? Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
More than tired.
Crawled in? Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
What other kinds are there? Not like a fault in my head.
A serious condition. Come,
Look at me, lady.
follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
Have to keep going.
To the Druid Cave.
Head on in. This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
Everyone being captured by mind flayers these days?
Rather too common as of late. At least that's what Master Halsin suspected. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this. All right? Let's see what we can do.
What's that plan?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
What aren't you telling me?
I'm telling you everything you need to know. Believe me on that.
I don't believe
want to help you, but I can't unless you work with me. So, has anything unusual happened to you?
An intellect devourer spoke to me as if I was one of its own.
It recognized you as being infected. Well now, that's something. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
What about that branch of yours?
The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a threat before I told you everything. Now, do I have your word or not?
Alright.
Swear it.
Give me the poison.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
What do you mean, should be changing?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers, telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
That's good.
Could be, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
What do you want me to
The
do?
thing is, I've sent birds to find him, but the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
That sounds like suicide. I won't do it. All right.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Why, Sylvanas, I just want my bed.
Wyvern poison. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Better a quick draft than ceremorphosis, nonetheless.
Better to have on hand than not.
Drow's letter. Orders taken from the body of a Drow scout. They are written in an elegant, if angry hand. Track the druid. Find whatever burrow he runs to and report back to me. Remember, you are only a scout. Do not engage. Do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what we do next. M. Okay, so clearly there's a missing rune there. Magic of the Weave, an introduction. A hefty book for beginning spellcasters. Though mostly truthful, the author, clearly a wizard himself, seemed to possess quite a particular bias. Few try to understand the Weave, a true pity, but only they who are truly attuned to the Weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the Weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I will not go into further detail here, the goddess Mystra herself. See Magic of the Weave, Mystra and the Spell Plague. The Weave isn't magic, precisely. Rather, it is the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how a collection of threads is shaped and formed into a garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing this skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they are born with an innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or worse, because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived. Their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases, not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art. But those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. Missives of Candlekeep. This book is packed full of meticulously copied letters preserving even the handwriting of the originals. A select collection of the most notable letters sent from Candlekeep. Many are dry reports of celestial movements or incomprehensible details of arcane rituals. However, this letter catches your eye. To the Sage Elminster. Over the past year I've delivered many of your letters to Master Gorion, so I wanted to be the one to deliver this sad news. Alas, he is with us no more. Gorion and his ward left Candlekeep soon after your last letter to him arrived. They departed in the middle of the night, but were waylaid shortly after on the road to Beregost. The gate warden tells me that Gorion saw to it that several of his attackers joined him in the next world before he was struck down. I hope this brings you the same grim comfort it brings me. Of his ward there is no sign. In some better news, I have received your letter to the library and was able to find much of the material you requested. It has been carefully secured and will travel with this letter. Yours in honour, Tristan P. Shale, librarian at Candlekeep. P.S. I hope you'll forgive my curiosity, but might I ask, why do you need so much information about Baalspawn? What exactly are you working on? Oral Histories of Theron, Git and Mind Flayers. Oh, hold on. This thin tome is bookmarked with scraps of illegibly annotated scraps of paper. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Palador the Swift, 700 years of age. Wood elf storyteller hailing from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Palador felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale, relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically that it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters, they called themselves illithids. The flayers of mind. The children of Gip were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free, until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowed would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken, till today. We've read this one. on death and resurrection.
What's that?
I'll take that.
Fringe Philosophy Volume 5. A dense academic volume, printed with no eye for design or delight. The publisher's notes claim this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thara Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing an artificer or the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders and all the marvels therein, I was naught but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them, the slow and serene earth motes. Entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Netheril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted earth aloft for industry or sport. It was later still, after I earned my place at the High House, that I learned of the long shadow Netheril cast along the evolution of our craft. That their great flying cities fell in folly and flames does not diminish the wonders that they wrought, and this stubborn aversion to studying them, no matter to learning what they learned, the very antithesis of Gond's teaching. Inky Shark is back. How was the linguine? The linguine was delicious. I'm very tempted to go eat the rest of it, but I'm saving it till tomorrow, and I have one tattoo on my wrist. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted to Shah's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. Did it hurt? Did getting my tattoo hurt? No. Not at all. You've read those two books. Read those two books. Read those two books. What sort of shim sham flim flam library is this? I'm taking the mind flayer parasite. Yoink. I'm taking Halsin's pipe as well. Hastily written note. My dear Nettie, I entrust you with the circlet to open the library. Wear it always. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Ra. He has the rune, but won't give it to anyone. So be sure you have good reason to ask. Protect my research while I'm gone and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet. She's getting lazy. Master Halsin. Notes on the drow parasite. Anatomical sketches of both a drow and an illithid tadpole are accompanied by notes written in an urgent scribble. The parasite was nestled deep in the brain matter, illithid undoubtedly, yet the host seemed unaware while alive. No visible signs of cerimorphosis on the cadaver, most strange. The final note is a single underlined word. Altered.
Looks like Halsin's our best bet for a cure.
Halsin's journal.
We need to find him before it's too late.
Extraordinary happenings.
Assuming he's still alive.
Can you kids shut up?
He won't get off that easily. We can force his corpse to talk if it comes to that.
I'll just wait. While meditating in the forest, Nettle and I were ambushed by a pack of goblins led by a drow. We had no choice but to defend ourselves, but that's not the extraordinary, or rather disturbing part. On the drow's depth, a parasitic creature emerged from the corpse and attempted to escape. I managed to capture it and have the host's cadaver here in my study. I've told no one of my fears. Nettie suspects but knows better to ask. I will investigate further before informing the others. Korga will have answers I don't yet have. I'd better record any further findings in a separate volume and keep them upon my person, lest prying eyes jump to the wrong conclusions. Anything else? No. Ad break is now rolling, so we are gonna chill for a bit for the next 90 seconds, so anyone who is not subscribed doesn't miss anything. I'm going to quickly zip downstairs here, folks, and see if I have any ice cream left, because Dad wants something sweet.
Oh, by Sylvanas, I just want my bed. What if Halsin is... No, don't go there.
And I have a popsicle, because I have no ice cream. On antidotes. A deep crease in the spine makes the booklet fall open to reveal one recipe in particular. Neat writing in the corner marks it as an antidote for all known poisons. This is it, the recipe that made me to decide to publish my notes. This story might not interest you, but I shall record it for posterity. Feel free to skip to the actual recipe. Why does this read like a cooking blog? I was sitting in the elf song, sipping my usual hot cocoa, the heat soothing the pain in my scaleless hands. Small child, human, stumbled through the door, sick as a dog. All the other patrons seemed like they wanted to help, but nobody could pay for an antidote for a stranger's child. Meanwhile, the ingredients were just lying around in the kitchen. Every single one of those people could have saved that child, but only I knew how. It felt like a crime. Recipe for 1 bottle of antidote. Extracts needed. Salts of mugwort. Suspension of bullywug trumpet. Method. Slowly trinkle salt into suspension. Stir clockwise till the concoction's consistency turns almost chewable. It might turn slightly green, but this is purely aesthetic and has no effect on the antidote itself. And remember, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. Thanks, book! I did a learn!
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
This hefty book is labelled 1371 and stamped with an elegant stag against the dark green background. 6th Uktar. Sent 2 druids, some of the newer recruits up north. The village has had 2 years of failed crops and are unlikely to survive next winter. 9 Uktar. A group from Baldur's Gate arrived. They've set up camp on the edge of the forest. 2 bears and a fox came by. Their territory has been burned out. Half of the fox's cubs died, paying this new group a visit tomorrow. 10th Uktar. Visit did not go well. After telling me where to shove it, they said they'd cut down half the forest and burn out any wildlife that dared to stick around. Claimed they were going to farm the land and make a new city of their own. Time to get creative. 12th Uktar. Mudslide did the trick. Buried half their farming equipment and made the rest useless. They won't be back anytime soon. Got reports of a red wizard in the village south of here, sending 3 rangers to investigate. They catch a whiff of a red cloak and contacting the house of Sylvanus. What kind of game? Sylvanus says, I wish I knew why some games make me so motion sick. What game were you playing? See if you can change the field of view settings. If you Google motion sickness field of view, you should be able to find some settings for it.
I should speak up.
Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
Oh, damn. I get it. He's short. He hates the world.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Thought had crossed my mind.
Monster. Too kind. A demon, more like.
Tempted to say this, but no. Only
Yes,
a monster was
you
hurting a
would
child.
say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
I will, Gabriel. It's gonna be a long stream though. Zevlor believes his people will perish on the
And
road.
mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the Grove forever shrouded.
I'm not a fan of Torga.
Lovely day, this. For now.
The rat watches your movements but does not speak. The rat doesn't respond. It simply bares its teeth. The rat glares at you, but says nothing.
Okay, rats are assholes.
What to do? If not over, then through. I'll give it a shot. I've got a long road ahead.
I see books. Extract the rule of 3. A long-winded introduction explains that Haxin Jesus Christ. Haskin Zelsilophin's notes, as published from their work journal, have helped bring alchemy to the masses. It starts with a full history on the Dragonborn, who had been descaled as a teenager and started their alchemical research in hopes of restoring their hide. As the pages turn, it continues to wax poetic about how Zelsilophin put aside their own research to help the common people. More interesting, though, are Zelsilophin's actual research notes. I have decided I shall make all my notes, both those written and those still to come, available to those who would wish to study. You, reading this text now, are probably one such person. As enticing as potion making is, we shall first start with the most basic alchemical rule, the rule of 3. Most ingredients can be found throughout Faerun. However, they will need to be refined to be any use in alchemy. Doing so is simple. Just combine 3 of the same ingredients, and you will obtain an extract which can be used to brew potions, poisons, oils, and elixirs. So remember, 3 of the same ingredients make an extract, or in rhyme form if you'd like. When in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. Okay. A message scratched in a worried hand. Received a message from Hag via Sirith, one of Nettle's birds. We buried Sirith 10 days ago. Not sure how Hag found him. The message itself was a threat, but also invitation. She wants to meet. Haven't replied. Buried Sirith again, beneath a heavier stone. Well, let me read this one.
What's up for discussion?
Pardon me, I must prepare to travel. Good day, my friend. To the goblins camped nearby, of course. I've been tracing their doings with great care. Whoever this absolute they're worshipping might be, I'll be the first to write about it.
Let's trade. What you got, Polo? Hanging suspended in murky slime, the living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to the slug, only gorged and slicked with remnants of brain fluid. Oh, Timber, why? Why do we kill you? Modo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres, a working draft of a book on spirits? This appears to be the barely legible notes of a work heavily in progress. Ghost, Banshee, Poltergeist, Spooky? Question mark, question mark, question mark. 1 mugful ice, half mugful distilled potato spirits, 3 thimbles citrus juice, garnish with mint. I see. Aha, spirit joke. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8, The Outer City. An old, poorly bound volume that's lost half of its yellow pages. Overland travelers nearing Baldur's Gate have been known to smell the city before they clap eyes on it. This is thanks to what is known as the Outer City, the area that houses much of what Baldur's Gate needs to thrive and survive, but at the same time would rather not keep within its walls. Tanneries, stockyards, slaughterhouses, salt works and less than regulated markets abound here, as well as shanties and camps for the less fortunate souls who are drawn to the city. It is the author's firm opinion that respectable travellers should never dawdle in such a place, no matter how tempting its base attractions may be after a long journey. Instead, they should make their way promptly, while paying strict attention to any valuables on their person or in their baggage, then see about presenting themselves to one of the main entrances to the lower city, such as the famed Basilisk Gate. Once entry has been secured, they can consider themselves in the city proper.
Yes, I see. And is that with 2 R's or 1?
3, actually. Scribble note. Note means read. Keep away from Tuffet. She's lazy enough as it is. Nice. That reminds me. There was a bear about these parts. Down this way. Hello, bear. Oron.
Ready and willing. Onward.
Oh, I can do that.
Eat the Oron. What the hell? Does Gale have a loot? Put that down.
Come back, did he? His smell is gone. He's gone.
You're the saddest pair I've ever seen. This is depressing.
Then leave. Still nothing. Still nothing.
Poor bear.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. These boots have seen everything.
Okay. We have talked to every NPC in the Druid's Grove. We have read every book that I can conceivably find in the Grove. Let's go talk to a merchant real quick and then head out into the world.
Something's on my mind.
Need anything else?
Right.
Of
Hey,
course.
where's mate?
But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Awesome. Okay. I'm not knowing. Slowly but surely piecing together the gold for this. There it is.
Sylvanus be with you.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Let's get going.
What
What path lies before me?
Get up there. Think there's anything else up here? Nope, 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 nope.
Seems simple enough.
How would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Traps. Goblins. What's inside?
I don't think that statue's eyes are glowing to provide.
Ow.
Best be careful. Something the matter?
You've got
Please
something
stop trying to
say.
talk to me.
I need healing.
You know what? Let's do a long rest. Have a chit chat with us.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Looking ahead.
Never a dull moment. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Faster than Shatika fastballs. If anyone gets that reference, you get a cookie.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
How long since you killed someone? Days? Hours?
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars. Deer. Kobolds. Whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. I feel so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
Why didn't you tell me?
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Thank you. Do you think you could trust me just a little further?
Got an ad break coming up in 30 seconds.
Taste. I swear.
Fine, but not a drop more than you need.
Really? Of course. Not one drop more. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
Okay, here comes the ad.
It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens. You lean into him, losing yourself. You can feel your blood racing, coursing through both your bodies. A gentle, numb feeling starts to spread.
Very high dice check. Oh.
Of course. I was just swept up in the moment. But it worked. I feel good. Strong. Happy. Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks off, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Find Simblin. The gift one or the stronger confident? Ready to hunt. That break's still going.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Very well.
Good morning. How do you feel? It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn. Like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
That how you can stand in the sun because you're not a true vampire?
Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules.
Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now.
As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
What's causing this? Mind Flayer's parasite?
That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
So we're traveling with a vampire, are we? Of course we are. A word of warning, Astarion. I taste absolutely awful.
For his sake, he best not develop an appetite for Githyanki.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty to work together as a team.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Folks, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab myself some non-caffeinated tea. Out of my throat. I've been doing a lot of talking these last couple of days. Don't want to blow out my vocal cords. It's going to be something made with organic rooibos. So, yeah. Be right back. we are back. Hope everyone had a moment to hydrate themselves. Have a stretch. Get that blood flowing to our limbs. Off from the party here.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Cells over here. Take that rune.
Oh, this was more fun when he was screaming.
On my way. Just like old times.
Minthara's gonna skin us! No one knows about this damn weapon!
Did some bleeding hearts show up to save the druid? I'll cut you to pieces! Kill him!
Absolute bullcrap.
I wonder what the next move is. Onward.
Well. Everybody charge!
Time to press ahead.
No holding back. Two steps at a time. King execute.
I will ascend. Mactive.
Can't afford to let up.
Okay.
Moving.
Actual combat positioning always takes a minute or two.
Battle of wits. Let's light them up.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Enemies fall.
Eldritch blasts for everyone. Okay.
On my way.
Oh, just him. 2, 3.
That took the edge off.
Carefully now. No one stopped me yet.
If anyone remembers how to cancel a spell, let me know. Because I've completely forgotten how to cancel a channeled spell. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I should have worn better.
I remembered.
Boots. Don't waste a step.
Great hat.
Let's get that patched up.
Secure.
What's up, Bindal?
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
How did the goblins slip into the grove?
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
No problem, small bro. We're just doing our hero thing out here.
No one back home will ever believe this. Very well. Here we go.
Denlin's favourite two Astarion lines are, "I'm not afraid, not of you, not of your darkness. I'm not going anywhere." And, "Easy now, darling. You've got this, and I've got you." Or, greatest rejection line in history, "It's not you, you understand. It's me. I have standards." I haven't listened to his voice long enough to get a more precise impression of him. But all you've really got to do is talk a little bit like this. "I'm a Astarion. Darling, it's not you, it's me. I've had to extend the E's and the A's. Astarion. Darling. A charred key." Mealtime with Dad.
No time to dally.
Never a dull moment. Wonder if the gods are watching me. No traps, please.
Give me the loot, 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 looty, loot, loot. Wait.
Let's see.
Okay. Now we're back in the groove. Not really.
What's in here?
I can keep going a little longer now.
You've got something to say?
No. Want to look at your stupid face?
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Hooray!
What? Another one?
Right tool will do the trick.
Just thought not. You just... That was my steel defender. Come here. What?
Ever heard of a vampire called
I don't think so. Why? Friend of yours?
He's patriarch of the Tsar family. Nasty fellow, if the histories are accurate.
I imagine they are.
Maybe I need more pockets.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
His wounds are deep. I might be able to help him.
He's hurt badly. An owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them.
You should search that corpse.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
I'm looking for the druid housing.
I don't know any druids.
What?
Soul?
Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
That fellow had a tadpole in his head, and they consider him blessed? Chosen? What madness is this?
You have more to learn about faith, novice.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me. We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. You!
Tell me.
Brenna! Kill her!
Say what? This counts as protecting them, right? I'm sure she's fine.
This is my time.
Blood comes easy these days. Breathe deep and move.
Concentrate. Onward.
Such a good spell.
Indolence breeds madness. Action, not reaction. Quickly then.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
What do we do, chat? Let your body guide you. Welcome the tadpole's influence. The tadpole is toying with you. Resist it or force your mind shut. You will not be influenced by an illithid parasite. Resist it is.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now.
Can't give up now. On my way.
Back here, tadpole.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. This way.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Should mind my step. More for me?
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Here goes nothing.
I don't have a bad feeling about this.
Let's have a look.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
Let's move.
You know, that was an old Greek verse, actually.
Another step forward.
May you live in interesting times. They are.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
Big Mama. Yeah, inspiration can roll again. Still shit. The dice gods are being cruel to me tonight. There we go.
The owlbear's one good eye flicks away for a moment. You follow its glance and see an owlbear cub.
Oh boy, me.
The owlbear stares, then sharply inhales your scent. It sits back, its eyes still fixed on you. A silent ultimatum. You can leave now, or step closer and die.
But I want to talk to you.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Well, I need what's in this cave, so this owlbear's either got to be my friend,
For debate.
or it's got to go.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well.
You can only surmise the obvious. The owlbear is out for blood.
Oh. What I meant to do was this.
I warned you, soft meat. You don't listen.
Ah, fuck.
Let's go.
God damn it. Oh well. Not the owlbear cub, I don't want to fight him.
Let's go.
I just wanted to be friends with you.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Battle favors the fearless.
Okay, there's no kick option, so I can't harm the baby. Look at him, he's so small and puff. I couldn't hurt him.
Nothing important is ever easy. Can't slow down.
Did I mention I was part angel?
Looks from you to his dead mother.
Oh god, don't kill me like this.
A single strike will end his suffering.
Let the creature live.
It hurts.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
Cub has a fighting chance now.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
Give me a gale.
In thought.
Baby bear has gone.
Yes. In for a surprise? This will come in handy. An owlbear egg. These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
All right. What now? Can't slow down. More owlbear eggs. Already hatched. No point in taking these.
A shrine to Seluna. Quaint.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
War between Selûne and Shah. The dusty volume that speaks of the conflict between the sibling goddesses Selûne and Shah, after Selûne ignited the sun and brought life-sustaining light and warmth to the universe. Genesis of Selûne and Shah, an ancient tome detailing how Selûne came into being along with her sister Shah. The silver, radiant Selûne and the dark, alluring Shah complemented each other and brought an orderly distinction between light and dark in the universe. A prayer dedicated to Selûne, imploring all to accept the Moon Maiden's blessings and share in her bounty.
What's next, I wonder? Let's see. A Selûnite prayer, marked with the same symbol as the chest. I'll have to sully my tongue and recite it.
Atta girl, Shadowheart.
There's magic guarding this thing. Take your...
You have to pick up that prayer to read it. I must do. What am I doing wrong?
Take you. But empty words, clearly.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I am deeply confused as to what to do with this chest.
There is work to do.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Chest's unlocked. All prayers are answered.
You should leave it, or even destroy it if possible. This rubbish is an offering to Selûne. At best, it's worthless. At worst, who knows? Could be cursed. Do not trifle with that moon witch, or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow.
Oh. Trouble's fun. Why do you care so much? Much better.
I should have stayed quiet. You want the truth? Fine. I worship Shah, mistress of the night, Selûne's twin and foe. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
You worship Shah?
Immediately makes a fuss of it.
She and my beloved Mistra are not exactly friends.
I don't care who you worship.
True.
You have bigger problems.
I didn't think you'd react so pragmatically. Perhaps I should have told you sooner.
Oh.
Talk to me later. We've got more pressing matters to see to right now.
This tome describes an ancient initiation rite observed by some who worship the moon goddess Seluna. When a youngster comes of age, they would be left to fend for themselves deep in the wilds. There they would show their skills of navigation and self-reliance, as well as their determination to return to the Moon Maiden's silvery glow. Once they had found their way back to their people, their faith and standing as a follower of Seluna would be beyond any doubt.
Selunite coming of age rites. Barbaric nonsense.
Got a ad break coming in here in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Never wanted the easy path.
Yes.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all
I'd
means
rather
leave
not turn
if
my
I am
back
so
on you,
distasteful.
if it's all the same.
Hey, Mochi Fun. Good. I actually slept for 12 hours today, so I didn't do my Baldur's Gate stream earlier in the day, but so we're doing it now. How about yourself? What did you get up to? We just watched a baby owlbear eat its own dead mother, so that was
Tell me, Lae'zel.
That was an experience.
You say we might be purified
It
and
looks
you're
healthy, but
fresh.
it's stone dead.
What does that mean exactly?
A pastel will affix the safest,
dead.
the
Let's go.
purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Oh no, you're sick. What's going on?
Movement on the roofs. Sense a classic ambush in the making.
These boots have seen everything. Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Drawn in thick charcoal lines upon an animal skin, this childlike portrait depicts 3 stick figures: a goblin with sparks in its hands, a square humanoid figure, and what seems to be an elf. Each of them is wearing a simple crown.
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is all over?
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
Shadowheart likes casual. Priestess of Shah seeks NSA encounter with like-minded dark worshipper. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that about your throat, Mochi. I hate that. I hate feeling the sore throat because I know that something worse is always following it. Lessons for Sensible Living 4. Cities and how to survive them. A slim, cheaply constructed book. The front cover is decorated with an engraving of a grimacing man smoking a clay pipe. Let's read! The first page summarizes the contents. The remaining pages clumsily elaborate on them in great detail. 1. On not going to cities. The simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. Helpful. On marketplaces. People often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more in a city market than at the local village fair. Fools. To them I say, your fleeces and turnips will be robbed long before you reach the market square, and you will only have a few lumps and bruises to take home. 3. On taverns. All sensible folk enjoy draining a mug of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the cities of the Sword Coast. If bawdy names like the Blushing Mermaid and the Wizard's Stave were not sufficient warning of their impropriety, let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and would only have a few lumps and bruises for company. On sewerage. Belike you keep a pot by your bedside and cast out the leavings into a communal pit of a morn. Sensible and cleanly behaviour. Many cities have dispensed with such simple methods of hygienic living, and instead, the waste of the inhabitants commingles and flows through great channels beneath the very street, a breeding ground for mucky creatures. 5. On becoming lost. Cities are far too large, and you will become lost almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believe he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington Nathalion. A wholly undelightful individual by what this seems to be, or at least what the book seems to tell me. Take all of the things, take all of the gold. Oh damn. Take all of the fine dining.
A question for our master monster hunter. How would you approach killing a vampire?
A full-on vamp, you mean? Lure it into the sun, drive a stake through its heart. And that's not the end of it. The suckers are wily. And no offense.
None taken. Wiliness keeps me alive. More or less.
Like that'll fit in my pack.
If you've got any like herbal teas with like peppermint in them and the like mochi, that could help you out.
If you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
I do so very like spicy food.
What am I to do?
At the ready.
Who's got the head? Where is the head?
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Can't give up now.
A hero at heart.
My faith will guide me.
No time to rest?
There it is. Yeah. A new pointy thing. Although it doesn't do as much damage. Astarion's amazing.
At the ready.
Diddler says, how can anyone not love Astarion? Hilarious. I do so love spicy food. Under the bridge. Has anyone hidden anything down here?
Better not be cursed.
An empty mind flayer vessel. If its occupant survived, they're nowhere to be seen.
Go over here. I'm gonna get rid of as much of this the black covering up my map.
Might be useful.
Anybody else want to try perception? There we go.
Have you wondered what people will say, Will, when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint, though.
Oh, nice. Once per turn after the wearer dashes or takes a similar action, they can jump without using a bonus action. Not bad, but I'll probably feed it to Gale, honestly.
You're both this close to getting a slap.
Enough! We know you have her. Please, we just want Mayrina back. So, you and Leze...
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
You there? Please, I don't know what's come over these boys. I just want to go home.
Stop this! We won't ask again.
Careful! Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
I won't let you hurt
Sweetie,
someone.
be careful!
He's with the hag!
Don't bloody stand there gaping. Get him!
You saw it, folks. They attacked me first. Making wild accusations about this old lady being bad. That's just rude anyway. She's not that old. Go and snap some manners into him.
The dance macabre.
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen.
What happened?
Those poor boys were looking for their little sister, Mayrina, the girl who's staying with me. This is all my fault, but I made a promise. Mayrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her, and my word is my bond. That poor thing will be distraught. We can't let her know. It'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
End an argument. I hope we chose the right side.
Somehow.
We probably gave those two idiots an easier death than whatever she had
We
planned.
didn't. But we didn't really choose a side. We just got them to cut the shit out. And then they decided they would attack us. Self-defense! Self-defense! Just like the squirrel. Squirrel was absolutely self-defense.
So, Starion, which of us would you rather feed on if he had free rein?
Will, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating already.
Interesting.
You sound disappointed. I'll bite you if you ask.
A hastily
I'm sure you
scrawled
would.
note.
Don't sound so eager.
Dear Joel and Demir, don't get mad, I mean it. I'm only leaving this note so you don't panic and do something stupid. I'm going to the hag. I owe it to Connor to make things right. I know you know he'd do the same for me. I'll be back soon. Say not a word to Ma'am, alright? She has enough on her plate. Mayrina. Sure hope the hag is just a nickname. But I'm getting the feeling that it's really not. Alright, fellas.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
signs of magical interference. Just made the dice check. Not really. You blink and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses. Gross.
Something's on my mind.
Don't want to go in there yet. I'll see what's Swamp Town later.
Tell me, Lae'zel, what is it like on the astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral.
Old lady
I will only be
lives in
once
swamp.
I obtain a mind flayer's head.
Young people go to visit her.
Anything of
A
use?
bad feeling about Auntie Ethel.
What's that?
Very suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. The hell? Chest full of meat. I'll take it, but I mean... And I'm encumbered.
Tell me, Gale, what is your interest in the astral plane?
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
It will be my home soon enough, should Blacketh will it.
All this wood is looking mighty goblin-y. Oh, this was huge. Let's do some alchemy.
together, aren't you, Gale?
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend. Might have to take that nose.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Let's try again, shall we? Address me properly. Here's the game.
Yes! Yes, true soul!
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Don't let me keep you, boss. Lads were gathered by the
No,
window.
my son's not with me this week.
You've a particular way with words, Gale. Perhaps oration suits you more than battle.
They're not
The
mutually
true and
exclusive. Weave is served best with a dash of eloquence.
The True and Impossible Adventures, Tenebrook's Morrow, Volume 1. An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrook's Morrow, pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known to never have left her native Waterdeep and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. His red dragon thus dispatched, the knight had no choice but to leap from my ship.
If you don't shut your mouth.
Yeah, I have him every other week. Thank you, Shark asks. Don't want to ask too much. Do you have him every other week? Yes. Yeah. The knight had no choice but to leap from my ship, crashing into the new bride's deck, even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides.
Waterdeep is the home of
Faithful Knowles was upon him instantly, clawing and biting, alas, in vain.
Spent a whole fleet's wake there with my father.
Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Knowles' formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about in an arc that missed Knowles entirely, but nearly clipped the spiritual cord anchoring the tabaxi stalwart's soul to the plane.
prowess in battle is remarkable, as is your battle
I
stance
mourned my
itself.
faithful feline mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of this plane. But that is not and has never been Captain Tenebrook Morrow. Unlike poor Knowles, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Tunara.
By the Sundering, the parasite allows us to influence others.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
A power born of Illithids might be dangerous in the wrong hands, but valuable in ours.
It's only valuable if we understand it, and we don't. Not yet, at least.
These are strange times and even stranger powers. We should seek to understand them before we make any rash decisions.
Sensible.
sweet woodland to stinking swamp. Can you do tricks like that, Gale?
Easiest thing in the world. So I'd do it the other way around.
Ad break coming up in 3 minutes, folks. 3 minutes.
Can't keep me out.
Who's in charge of the mind flames? Is there a Squid King or something?
No. Each gate is servant to an elder brain. No king unites elders. Only their collective tyranny.
A mind flayer monarch. Imagine that. Such a thing could shatter worlds.
Can a squiddy go solo, Laser? You know, break free of their master.
Renegades are rare, but not unheard of. A ghaik gone astray is no less dangerous for it, and its head no less valuable.
Just another crate.
Ding Donk is the ultimate flex.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you.
Am I possibly
You
Shrek?
got a stomach for right.
Me, Shrek, in a swamp? No. I'm not Shrek. No. No, I'm not. I'm not Shrek, and this I'm not my swamp. Right? Right.
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly. You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
I don't think it is banned up here.
The goblin's nostrils flare, as if trying to judge you through smell alone.
We're leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving! There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us. Move it!
Right then.
How curious to a gift Yankee is, given the way they're birthed.
I think if you're tired, why don't you do the sleep? Get that rest.
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers delight me as much as any bustling street.
Heard something.
You can't be
Stinky Shark _3 just redeemed talk Bryish to me.
I haven't even had a bath since the
Did I really not said that for a once per stream? Oh, mate. What in the actual fuck have you done to me now? Oh god, this counts as a second fucking stream, doesn't it? Because I went offline on my laptop and went online on my computer. Oh, you sneaky bugger, you. You sneaky, sneaky bugger.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
Here, Shadowheart, what are you looking at? Why's your hand hurting you, Shadowheart? What's that in?
We should keep moving.
Yeah? What just happened?
I don't know exactly. Lady Shah, protect me.
And that magic's when I see it. This may warrant
Maybe.
investigating.
Felt oddly familiar, but I don't know why. I saw something that reminded me of my faith, my mission. I felt something rise within me, like my blood was on fire. Then it passed. That's all I know. It's stopped now, whatever it is. Let's just carry on.
Walking like Bulba for 39 minutes. Don't seem so fun for anyone. Why don't do it? I think I pushed the wrong lever. Fuck. Never seen that outcome. I wonder if I'll find him again. Where are you getting the tattoo? So, Stinky Shark says, I've noticed my first tattoo. Any recommendations, Daddy? You can call me Daddy, so long as you do it suggestively. I pushed the release lever instead of pushing the other lever, so I accidentally yeeted the gnome God knows where. You know, forearm's not going to hurt too much. There's a lot of muscle there. Basically, the closer to bone you are, the more it hurts. So this one on my on the inside of my wrist should have hurt, because it's like directly over bones and tendons, but it didn't.
Let's see.
Cinderlin has way more ink than me. Should ask her. Bold of you to assume that I'm completely straight.
I'm feeling a bit parched and peckish.
Me too. Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
I'm afraid you'll have to content yourself with vagrant chickens.
forehead would be the worst spot to get a tattoo. Basically all bone. Plus, if you get a forehead tattoo, you look like a fucking loser as well. So Cinlin, do you know if you can find the gnome if you accidentally yeetus deletus him, like I did? Or is he just gonzo?
How much time did some dim-witted artisan waste on that?
Is he still alive, or do I just find his corpse? I assume I find his corpse.
I was wondering about your queen, Vlaakith. What tales of her reach us are terrifying.
I counter that statement that he cannot fly because he clearly flew.
Vlaakith is unity, fear and beauty.
He might not have been able to maintain that flight or sustain that flight, but he definitely flew.
There is none more perfect.
Sounds vile. I assume the meaning of perfect was lost in translation.
Sorry, gnome bro. I did not mean to. It was a genuine mistake. Regarding the strange riders in these parts, the date on this letter has faded with time, but the paper alone indicates great age. My fellow citizens, for fellow citizens we are, like it or not. I print and post multiple copies of this notice in the region at no small expense to myself, because I feel a growing concern and alarm at the presence of strange riders in these parts of late. Many of you will have seen them tramping through our forests and towns under the guise of patrol. They claim they are guardians sent from Elturel to protect the borders of the great and holy nation of Eltugard. Don't be fooled by shining armor or handsome mounts. I never bent the knee to any Eltugard, and I never asked for any mettled jester to come peering over my garden fence. As you all know, I'm descended direct from the original Selunite settlers along these banks, and I have a half-elven great-uncle who'll swear to it. We're peaceable folk, and we get on with the druids well enough, but I pay no fealty or tax to any far-off city I can't even find on a map. I took no small pleasure in telling these thugs just that, and I urge you to do the same. They call themselves Hell Riders. I call them interlopers, and they can bugger off to their hells, them and their city both, with grave concern and serious intent. Damon Briska, proud and free citizen of the Heartlands. Sleep well, Stinky Shark. Thanks for coming by. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes. It's not scheduled for stream, but I'm going to be making katsu. I have about 4 kilograms of pork loin that I need to butcher up and then prep. And by prep I mean season and deliciously bread. Probably same time, 6 PM Mountain Daylight Time. And if I wake up, I'll probably do some Baldur's Gate streaming during the day. Thank you, says. I enjoy your voice, very relaxing. Thank you, I appreciate that. In fact, I should quickly look up if I can use a sous vide cooker in preparing my yeah, baby. Alright, so it's gonna be baby's first run with my Anova sous vide cooker tomorrow. Okie dokie.
Okay.
I'm gonna quick check out
Let's see where exactly I
Yogi
was.
Buds' stream.
And what was I doing before the very man himself appeared? The hunt, meet River Warden in the evening. And all of the rest of these are just the cars, bro. Oh, here we go. That's the one we're supposed to go to. Mr. Muammar Reyes. Muammar El Capitan Reyes. It's like the most Arab name you could ever imagine. Yo, you plan to be live much longer, brother? Yes, maybe. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. I was aiming for midnight. I mean, I thought midnight would be a good time to just, you know, round it off. I'm trying to go for a longer time for sure.
Oh, you're hearing.
Are you still going?
My buddy Yogi Buds. I'm checking on him, see if he's still streaming. Figured I would consider winding it down for the night, as we're 3.5 hours deep on Baldur's Gate, and we had like a couple of hours on cooking. The pupil surpasses the teacher. My master weapons are almost complete. There's just one component left. Samson says the designs are a failure, but what's he? No, he can barely see past his own belly. I stashed the prototypes and blueprints for now, but just you wait, Samson. Your legend is fading, and a new one will rise in its place. I want masterwork weapons. Okay, no, don't stand on that fucking web, you lunatic. Good God.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Bring it on, gobbos.
I found my mark.
Good with a few arrows sticking out of your guts.
On the move.
You'll add your ears to my collection once you're dead.
Be quick.
Come on, can't stay idle. Can't slow down.
Onward.
Well, so much for peace.
I am fury. I am death.
Finding my way.
On my way. Take you.
Don't linger.
Time to push my luck again. Best be on my way.
tried.
Let's go.
Time to strike. Taking position.
No time to waste.
Appears to be spreading. So be it.
Have to keep going.
Shall we dance? A better position.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Need to find a way forward.
Blood comes easy these days. These boots have seen everything.
Always deflect.
Got to move.
Get some.
Spill some blood.
Still on my feet. These boots have seen everything.
This'll be me! Such bundling Fistularian!
What's a vampire's favorite fruit? Nectarines? Then is no. Awful. I like how the missiles went around the doorway, so just through the window. That was wild.
I won't give in. Should get started. It's
Over there. Alright. 2 enemies. 1 enemy left. Stop using disengage. Just die.
Shall we cut and run? Sounds like fun.
Okay. Come.
Here goes nothing. Moving ahead.
Anyone need to chat? Nope. Hell, the chat. Probably gonna be like, feed me artifact. Where? Okay. I'm gonna raid us into Reeps' channel. We need to do the bot command for a raid message. I can't bother to do a raid message. I'm just gonna raid him. Good night, Cinderlin. Hanging out with me.